Arch, you know that youngest boy of mine.
Yeah, old Bolivar, the 5-year-old?
Yeah, well, he will be 5 come February.
Yeah.
Do you know that I can't get him to go to bed at night for nothing?
Is that right?
He'll just sit up half the night.
What do you got to tell him bedtime stories?
I've tried every one I ever heard.
Yeah, but you're telling the same old bedtime stories, just like we used to enjoy.
Well?
You can't do that. You got to take these same stories and tell them backwards, or you can't get the kids' attention.
Tell them backwards?
Yeah. Like, for example, instead of Cinderella, you say Rindercella. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you the story of Cinderella. You learn this, and then you tell it to your kid, all right?
All right.
All right. Once upon a time, in a corn country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Rindercella. Now, Rindercella lived with her mugly other and 2 sad blisters. Also, in this same corn country, there was a very pransome hince. Now, this pransome hince was going to have a fancy fall, and he invited the people for riles a mouth, especially the pitch reaper.
That's the only ones to invite.
Now, Rindercella's mugly other and her 2 sad blisters, they went out to buy some drancy fesses, you know, to wear to this fancy fall. But Rindercella couldn't go because all she had to wear was some old rurty dag. So finally, the night of the fancy fall arrived, and Rindercella couldn't go, so she just cat down and shried.
She cat down and shried.
Yeah, right down there and shried. And she was kitting there shried, when all at once there appeared before her Gary Mudfather. And he touched her with his wagic man. And there appeared before her a keg, boach, and Hicks white saucer, you know, to take her to the fancy fall. But he said, now, Rindercella, you be sure and be home before midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin. So when Rindercella arrived at the fancy fall, this pransome hince met her at the door because he'd been watching all this time behind a wooden hinder. And Rindercella and the pransome hince danced all night. And they lell and fug. And all at once the mid-clock struck night. And Rindercella staced down the rars, and just as she beats the rottum, she slopped her dripper.
You slopped the dripper?
Yes, sir. So the next day, this pransome hince went all over this corn country looking for the beautiful girl who had slopped her dripper. Finally, he came to Rindercella's house. Well, he tried it on her mugly other, and it fit and did. Then he tried it on her 2 siggly usters, and it fit and did. Then he tried it on Rindercella, and it fit and did. It was exactly the sight right. So they got married and lived happily ever after. Now, Roy, the story of the story is this. If you go to a fancy fall and you want to have a pransome hince loll and fub with you, don't forget to slop your dripper.